There we go. Hi, today I am with Julia Pedrosa, and she works for the Red Cross, and I'm going to let her do a brief introduction.
Hi everyone, it's so nice to be here. Well, like she said, my name is Julia Pedrosa, and I am a disaster program specialist with the American Red Cross. So I get the chance to help our community locally whenever a disaster happens, but also nationally. So, hurricanes, wildfires, all that good stuff.
That's awesome. The Red Cross does so much good, and
Yes.
at the times when we need it most. So, how did you get where you are now?
Well, I actually majored in journalism. I
Okay.
went to high school, then I went to college. I majored in journalism. And right after I graduated, I realized that I wasn't really happy. I wasn't feeling very fulfilled. And I
Mhm.
was feeling very guilty for um, having this crisis just right after graduating. I felt like I was wasting my academic experience.
Right.
But I didn't because, in journalism and communication, you learn so much that I still use today, the things that I learned in school. But while I was thinking about what I want to do, who I want to be in life, um, I found the AmeriCorps program. This is a government program, and so I was in AmeriCorps Vista for 1 year, and that was amazing because the Vista program actually gives you an educational award at the end. And I used part of that award to pay for my student loans to get my master's degree.
Oh,
But you can
nice.
also do that to pay for your college. And with AmeriCorps Vista, I didn't really know anything about the disaster world. I was actually raised in Brazil, so I speak Portuguese and Spanish. And they had a spot that was like helping limited English speaking, populations in disaster. So I didn't really know anything about disaster, but I thought, well, I really like helping people that don't understand English because I struggled with learning English myself. And then I just kind of got involved in that disaster world. I fell in love with it. I started volunteering with the Red Cross. And that's actually what gave me the job with the Red Cross. Not only my AmeriCorps experience, but my volunteer experience with them. They knew me. At the end of my service year, they knew that I was looking for a job. And so it happened that they had an opening. So they said, some of the volunteers were like, Julia, you need to apply. You're going to be a perfect fit for this. So I applied, I did, the interview, went through all the steps and eventually got hired. So that was amazing.
Oh, that's awesome. Where are you wanting to go with your career in the future?
I want to stay in disasters. I
Mhm.
love disaster. I want to evolve and be more, I would love to be a manager or, the head of, the Red Cross or
Uh-huh.
FEMA. I find it so fulfilling, and I feel really blessed to have found something that I enjoy so much. This is not just a job for me. So yeah, I want to keep in the humanitarian world.
That's great. It's always nice if you can find a job you really feel
Yes.
strongly about. So that
Yes.
that is very cool. What does a day in your work life look like?
So a regular day, what I do is mainly help manage the volunteers. So the Red Cross is 90% volunteer based. So we absolutely need our volunteers for all the different programs that we have. So we need people to respond to house fires. We do educational programs. So we teach middle school kids on disaster preparedness. We have several different programs that are volunteer led. So it's mainly learning about the different programs because we have so many different things to do and it's always changing. But really building that team, chatting with the volunteers, making sure that everyone has the resources that they need to do a good job and respond and help our clients, of course.
Oh, very cool. And what is your favorite part of your job?
Um, I love I love interacting with our volunteers. They're amazing. They have so much experience. They are very passionate about what they're doing. They're there donating their time. They really want to be there. So it's really nice to be with a team that's engaging. But also our clients. I mean, it's just breaks my heart, when I see a client that's struggling, but we're there to support and just being able to give them comfort in one of the worst times of their life. It really, really brings me a sense of, all right, I'm doing the good thing here, and this is good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. So, what is your least favorite part of your job?
My least favorite part of the job right now, it is because of coronavirus. We are working remote. So I've
Oh,
been working from home since March. And I think that is the least favorite part of my job, just because I love engaging with the volunteers and our clients, and right now we're doing it virtually, which is fine. I got used to it, but I think that would be my least favorite part
that's
right now.
I know I've had the same issues.
Just having my cats as my coworkers and,
Exactly. Oh, what was the first job you had maybe as a young person?
The first job I had was actually pretty cool. It was in journalism. I was living in Brazil at the time, and I was working for Bloomberg News. So I was writing
Wow.
stories on the Brazilian president. Uh, and it was really nice because I was the youngest person in that environment, but that also it was what made me change my mind, because I look at my peers and everyone around me, and I'm like, I don't want to be here when I'm their age. I love what I do right now, but I don't want to be here. And that's what motivated me to change. But just being in that high stress environment, writing stories, being surrounded by, I was in the capital of Brazil, so it was very, political environment. Um, it had its ups and downs, but it gave me a lot of good experience.
Oh, it sounds like it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's an exciting first job.
Yes.
So,
It was kind of scary
I,
too, but
I bet. Oh, let's see. How about your educational path? You've told us a little bit about it. Can you go on and
yeah, absolutely. So I actually did my bachelor's in journalism in Brazil. I did go to Mizzou for a year. I went to the J School as an exchange student.
okay.
So right after I got my bachelor's in communications and in journalism, I kind of, I was working with Bloomberg for a little bit, and I decided I wanted to do something different. I joined the AmeriCorps program, and I knew about the educational award. And since I was already not sure, since I knew that I wanted to change professions, I decided to get a master's. So I actually went to KU, and I got my master's in public administration. And they actually had a night program. So I would go to work, every day, 8 to 5. And then at night I'll go to school and get my master's degree. So
That that's very cool. So, and that's awesome. You were able to do both. That's a
yes,
challenge
it
getting both
wasn't
of them.
fun. It wasn't fun. It was, long, really long 2 years and doing summer courses, and but they have, there's so many options out there, so many different programs, not just at KU, but anywhere, just,
Right.
and that's the thing. It's, getting the master's in public administration. I didn't even know. I was on the internet just just looking, just Googling different career paths. I was looking at different job titles, things that I found, oh, this looks kind of cool. This is a little bit interesting. I can see myself doing this, or I would know that it wasn't the right thing for me when I was already not feeling unmotivated even to apply for that job. I'm like, okay, this is probably, if I'm not even excited about the job application, it's probably not the good job for me. Um, and then I stumbled upon a web page that said, here are the career titles that you can get in getting it, in public administration. And it was all about, government work and nonprofits. And I'm very passionate about that. And I thought, oh, okay, this is what I want.
That's great because there is so much out there you could do that to
Yeah,
figure out
exactly.
what's best for you.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, and I'm glad you were able to find it. That's
It
really
is. And and it's okay if you change your mind, and it's okay if you don't know what you want right off the bat. One of my uncle, actually, he graduated in engineering, he was 40 years old when he decided, he's like, I don't want to be an engineer anymore. And he went to law school with 40 years old.
Gosh,
And now he's a lawyer, and he's a really good lawyer, and he loves what he does. And it's just, we always have time. We always have time to do what we want and to find the career that we want.
exactly. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, that would be a challenge at 40, I would think.
Yes. And just all the, all the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
How would you define success?
Honestly, I think that success is just doing what you love and being in a place where you feel fulfilled. I know that, yeah, people want, a bigger house or more money or have an amazing career. And if it brings you joy and if you feel fulfilled, then yeah, that's success. But if at the end of the day you're just miserable and you hate your job and you don't want to be there, you know, I think that it's truly living, being truthful to yourself and what you actually want.
Yeah, that's great advice. That is very awesome. And what could you tell students about how to help have them prepare for a similar job as yours?
In the disaster world, it's such a tight niche. There's not a lot of options out there. So volunteer, there's American Red Cross, we have Salvation Army, Catholic Charities, we have FEMA. There's different agencies that are involved in the disaster world. So volunteer, learn about it, see if this is really what you like, see if this is, you know, how you envision your career to be like. And just do as many things as you can with the time that you have. So if you're not sure what you want to do, start exploring. Talk to different people, learn about different opportunities, get involved in your community, be a leader, do something. And that's gonna tell you, all right, I don't want to do this,
Right.
or this sounds cool and I want to do this. So just explore.
Explore. That's
Yeah.
great advice. So everyone that I've interviewed has recommended look at as much as you can and do as much.
Yes.
So,
And if you don't find anything right away, at least you know what you don't want. So you just start eliminating things.
exactly, definitely. So, well,
Yeah,
thank you so much, Julia, for being here and
absolutely.
telling
My
us about
pleasure.
yourself.